What's up everyone, welcome back to Saints Fab and welcome to a how-to video, because today we're finally getting to use the workshop for car content and we're putting some brakes on the Q7. Let's get it done. Shit. Right. Now we're straight and ready to go. Let's get the pads out before we take the caliper off. Now I'm sure you've already noticed that this is the passenger side, and all the B-roll footage that I've put on so far has been on the driver's side, and that's because I did the driver's side first. So firstly, I knew the order that I wanted to do things, and secondly, so I could do all the close-up shots without keep moving the camera around. So you're getting a view of both sides, but I'm only going to do it the once. You don't have to sit for it twice. To drop the pads out, we need to take this retaining pin out. It's a 13 on this side. And then we need to push the pin from this side and get it out this side. Now it's slotted in here, so you can't unwind it from this end. So what I've been doing is putting in the screw just so it's got a little bit proud, and then smacking the shit out of it with a hammer. Excellent. Wind it out a little bit more. Let's go. Now you can see it starting to come up at this end. I'm not too worried about the cable on the wear sensor, because they have to be replaced as part of the repair. So if I damage them, it's no big deal. What I want is a bit of a lip on the inside here. Let's get that bolt out. Yeah, let me show you. Right, hopefully you can see that the pin is starting to recess in there. And what I'm using is a socket adapter as a drift to put in there and knock the pin out from the back. That knockout from that side. There we go. Knock the mic off. I'm using the pads, the back of the pads, to push the pistons back into the cylinder, because the new pads are that much thicker than the old ones. You gotta make room for them. No joke, these wear sensor sockets are actually really tight because they're in a position where they get a lot of crap, and also the bottom bracket on it is a really snug fit, so it takes a little bit of work to get these out. Give it a quick clean, give it a poke, and work out as easy as you can. It doesn't matter if you damage the housing, but it does matter if you damage the car side, so be careful as you push the cap downwards. Need to get this retaining pin out before we can get the disc off. And we want to just do this now because the caliper is hanging off of a solid pipe and not off a flexi pipe. So I want the weight of the caliper on it to be as little as possible. I want to do everything that I can first, so I don't have to do it when the caliper is a bit more self-supportive. On a lot of cars, this is a Phillips screwdriver, and they're an absolute pain in the ass. On these, it's a T5 Torx, and that makes it so much easier. Let's get that caliper off. 2 bolts to remove the caliper. This one and this one. They're 21mm. This is the hard line that I was talking about, and it's supported all the way up the back of the stanchion there, so we don't want to put the weight on it if we can. Let's knock these off and get the caliper loose. That is not easy. Weight. Let's do this properly. To support the weight of the caliper, I'm going to use an axle stand. Take this off here, and then just sit it on the stand like this. And I can just hold it out of the way. It's not putting too much strain on that bracket. I need to get the disc off next. I'm going to put one of the wheel nuts in so it can't go anywhere, and then beat the shit out of it. These are the old discs. I don't think they're genuine. I think they're aftermarket. But they've done well. They've got a good life on them. What does it say? 350mm. Big old things. Major lip on the side, so we do need to get these replaced. They wouldn't last the next set of pads, and if I'm changing them, I mean, we're going to upgrade, right? So I've got performance discs. Now these are drilled and grooved, which help with cooling. I know it's not a performance car, it's a Q7, it's an absolute barge, but it's also a 2-ton car, so if you're going to do anything, you're going to do it better. If you're going to change something, then why not upgrade it? Just spend the extra, make things a little better. Let's get them on. With the amount of dust that gets in here, it's definitely worth spending the extra time. Do a little bit of cleaning on the mating surfaces before you put that together. And also, get some copper grease. Now, I probably am a little bit liberal over this, but you know, that's how I like it. I like the lube everywhere. The likelihood is, or at least the hope is, that I'm not going to have to do this for a very long time. But if I do, at least they're going to come off. Line up the wear holes, tuck it in under the caliper, and where are we? There. Let's get the retaining pin in. There it is. Definitely going to give these a clean before they go back together. The amount of brake dust look at it. The amount of brake dust that's in here coming off is absolutely unreal. It's a big car. It's going to create a lot of dust. Look at that, clouds of it. Brilliant. Let's get all of this out. Right, let's get the weight of the caliper back onto its mounts and off of the disc, off of the dickhead. Right, let's get the weight of the caliper off of the axle stand and off of the hard pipe, and then we can start putting things back together. Why was this a dick? And when I did this on the other side, this top bolt was an absolute pain in the butt. And it's doing it again, and I don't know why, but the fact that it's done it on both sides, good luck. Always lube up the plate on the back that the pistons push against. It's just, you know, best practice. Also on the edges here, because that's a touching surface. And if it's a bit lubed up, then it's less likely to squeak. Pad retaining pin next, and if you're following along this video as you're doing it and not watching the video first and granny shifting like you should, then you know what an absolute pig this was to get out. So you're going to spend a little bit of extra time making it nice and smooth and dust free so it slides. We'll lube it up too. Pin in first, retaining clip, hook at the top for the wear indicator. Get past the first one. A little bit more love. And it's home. Let's bolt it down. Things go in so much easier with a little bit of extra lube. To fit the wear sensor, you're going to take it from this slot in the pad here, and we're going to poke it in with the tip of a screwdriver to lock it into position. We'll go across the top, we'll poke in the other side. Hopefully, we'll poke it in. Get on with it, Paul, come on. There we go. Now there's a little notch in the side of the caliper, and we'll poke the cable through that. Yep. There we go. Tuck everything in, nice and tidy. Now, round the back of the caliper, goes up through the bracket and into the connection to the car. And just because I can't get enough of it, and I know these wheels are going to have to come off at some point, I'm going to put a bit of lube on the face of the disc, so the wheel comes off easier. Nice. Let's get the wheel on. You all know that it's 13524 on a 5 stud, right? You don't want the wheel to go on at a slight angle and then lock it in with the bolts on the other side of the wheel, because you'll get vibration. So you always balance it in. So you do 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. So I started there. So here. This is a big car. I've never had a car where you need 180 Newton meters of torque on a wheel nut. That is extreme. This probably explains why it was such a fight getting them off. And personally, after they've all clicked, I do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've always done it twice, but if I always do it, then I know I always do it. One of those things that gets in your head. 2 more jobs left. Firstly, pump your brake pedal. Get the slack out of the pads from where we opened up those pistons. make sure that the brakes work the first time you press them, otherwise you're going to have quite a scare. Second one is turn off jacking mode on your suspension, because the air suspension will then start operating again and not lock out like it did for the repair. Alright, that's another job done on the car. Good work. There's a lot more to come with this car because it is actually mine. So there's going to be some decent content coming up. I've got loads more stuff to do with it. I've got a few more repairs to do in it, which haven't been sorted since I bought it deliberately, so I can show you how I'm doing it. But then we got a load of modifications coming as well, which are going to be a lot of fun. This is a big car and we got big plans. It's going to be really good. Let us know if you've got any suggestions on what you think I should do with it. I'm thinking the OEM Plus route, but any ideas, any suggestions, if you've got one and you've done something and it's brilliant, then you're going to have to let me know about it. But that's going to wrap up for today, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.